Alright, so I'm working today on the deck for the tractor. This is a 48-inch deck, and I've got it torn down already. I did that a few weeks back. This one's not in the greatest of shape, but I think it's salvageable. Um, the, the cast piece that was here was pretty messed up, so I got a donor deck and some spare parts of that. There's still some rot here. This is worn out. Obviously, this needs to be worked on here. And then the bugaboo with all these 48-inch decks is always this part back here always rots out. So what we're going to do is going to cut out this chunk right here, and we're going to replace it with a new piece from my donor deck. I'm just going to cut a part off from further down there and move that over here. Then we'll have to drill some holes and do some other stuff before we put the discharge chute back on. Then I have a little bit more to do down here. Probably cut in there, patch out for that, and a couple of holes to fill in. But it's on today. So today I'm going to plasma cut out this piece back here. We'll see if we get around to cutting the replacement piece for it as well. But we're definitely going to do that today. And then we'll have to do some other stuff later on, like weld some couple new studs on here, finish rebuilding the spindles, or have to weld the gauge wheel bracket back on. But yeah, that's where we're at with this. So I'm going to get to cutting here. A little trouble there getting through that last part. There's a bracket someone's welded out underneath there that had to cut through right at the end there, so that's why it got a little sparky there at the end. But all right, we're getting ready to do the second cut here. I'm going to cut from this junction down here to the end, and then I'm going to stop and reposition my straight edge. Try and keep it from getting too crazy out of control here. So we'll see what happens. So far that looks pretty good and straight. I gotta probably do a little bit of work in here, bust that loose, but there we go. That'd be better. All right, cut number 3. And then for this last one, I'm just going to freehand it. I think that's going to be all right. It's this last little piece down here, so my freehand technique isn't that bad. I'm going to start from the bottom here so I can see my line I'm trying to follow. So we're going to whack out a little bit and it'll probably come off. There we go. Got a little bit of grinding, a little welding to do, but not too bad. Now in the daylight you can really see what's going on with this. It's sat like, let's see here, like this in there. And it had cracked once before. You see that it was welded up once, and then they put a second plate. It's like another 1/8-inch steel plate underneath it at one point, and welded just that back behind there, and it rotted out and was rotting out between the two plates and just was in a bad place. So your best bet is just to replace that if you can. And I have this donor deck over here. We're going to take a chunk of probably out of the middle here. It's still pretty decent. And patch that in there and then drill the holes where you need to.